Your reservation was made for yesterday. You were a day too late. I tried to call you, but you gave me the wrong number, so I couldn't reach you. And because of that, we ended up wasting all the food that we had prepared for your arrival. This is completely your fault. We ask that you pay the full charge of the room for yesterday.
This is absurd!
I checked the reservation records and there's no reservation for you today under your name. If only you had come here yesterday like you were supposed to.
Trouble Busters!
Hey, Alan, did you reserve everything for upcoming wedding anniversary trip?
Of course I did. You have nothing to worry about.
Because we had to cancel at the last minute due to your injury on our actual anniversary. I can't help but worry a little.
Well, I'm perfectly healthy now, and there's nothing that is going to stop us from going on our special trip. My name is Alan, and this is my wife, Helen. We've been married for 5 years now. Ever since we got married, we've been taking a trip together on our wedding anniversary each year. But we had to cancel our trip this year because I got badly injured. I was injured at work and needed to be hospitalized for a few weeks. Since we had to cancel our trip, we postponed it and decided to go again although our anniversary had already passed. Look! My colleagues gave me this gift card to congratulate me on my recent promotion and me getting out of the hospital.
Wow, that's amazing and really nice of your friends. I can't wait to stay at a nice hotel with a great spa and some hot springs.
Yay! Something to look forward to! The day of our trip came and Helen and I drove to the hotel that we had reserved. We were looking forward to our relaxing weekend.
I love this place. It's gorgeous.
I know! This is going to be great! Come on, let's go, my princess!
I really feel like a princess. Hello, welcome to the hotel. How may we serve you?
Hello, we have a reservation under the name Alan.
Let me see here.
We're so excited to be here!
I can't seem to find your name in the list of reservations. Oh, I wonder why. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, but we won't be able to accommodate you today after what took place yesterday.
What do you mean?
Well, your reservation was for yesterday, but you failed to show up.
Are you sure? Our reservation was supposed to be for today, though.
Oh, is this how you're going to play this? If you're going to pretend that nothing happened, then we're not going to be so kind either. What in the world are you talking about? Your reservation was made for yesterday. You were a day too late. I tried to call you, but you gave the wrong number, so I couldn't reach you. And because of that, we ended up wasting all the food that we had prepared for your arrival. This is completely your fault. We ask that you pay the full charge of the room for yesterday.
This is absurd! Take a look at this. I wrote down a schedule for my weekend trip in my diary. I'm not lying about this. You have to believe me. I made the reservation while looking at this diary, so I couldn't have booked the wrong date.
That doesn't prove anything. You could have still made a mistake. I checked the reservation records and there's no reservation for you today under your name. If only you had come here yesterday like you were supposed to. What's with her superior attitude? I can't believe that she works at a hotel. Didn't you have an email confirmation of the reservation that we could show her?
This hotel is old school in that it keeps all of its records on paper, so I don't have an email confirmation.
They should update their systems. I'm sure that they have issues like this all the time then. This is so stupid. How are we supposed to prove anything? Please don't try to blame this on our system. We are professionals and we wouldn't make a mistake when writing down a reservation. This is your mistake and you need to take responsibility for it.
You're right in that we don't have any proof that shows that we're correct. I made the reservation by phone. But you can't say for certain that there was no mistake on your end when we spoke on the phone because there's no proof.
Could you please stop making this more complicated than it really is? Like I said, we don't make any operational errors here. How could you be so sure? You're human after all. We all make mistakes. Your word alone can't prove anything. Are you sure this isn't just about you not wanting to pay the full cancellation charge? I think that we have no choice but to involve the police in this matter then.
Yes, please do. I think that will help resolve the issue more quickly. I'm sure that a police officer would be able to make a fair judgment about what happened here. I couldn't believe it. Helen and I had come here full of excitement and now this? Oh, what a bummer. We didn't want to involve the police, but we didn't seem to have a choice in the matter. To our horror, the police officer that came to the hotel was as useless as the concierge.
So you are the ones that are refusing to pay the cancellation charge. What seems to be the problem here? Why don't you make my job easy by owning up to your mistake and paying the hotel what you owe them?
How can you say that? Where's the proof that we were the ones that made the mistake? Are you really a police officer? I hope that you're not accusing us based on a story that you heard from the concierge.
Take a look at my badge. I'm a police officer, as you can see. I've been working this job for many years now, and I know when someone's guilty. And you fit the profile of a guilty person perfectly. Now stop being so difficult and agree to the cancellation charges. I don't have all day.
What is this chaos? Please be mindful of our other guest.
Oh, hello. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Are you recovering well from your hangover?
I'm not hungover. I didn't have that much to drink last night. Besides, I make sure not to drink too much the night before work.
Yes, please come again anytime. Could you please escort these two rude people out of my hotel? We'll be sending you our bill later. Us rude? I don't think so. Please stop shouting. It's not good for my ears or other guests. I don't think that you fit into our clientele. We only serve people with good manners. Please leave before other guests wonder what you're doing here. We don't want you to taint a reputation. I'm sure that you understand.
Come on, you two. Let me show you to the exit. We don't want you to interfere with the hotel's business.
How could you say that about us? You're the ones that are being rude here.
Stop waving your hands at me like that. You startled me and caused me to fall. Now leave before you hurt anyone else.
I didn't do anything wrong. You just fell on your own. You must still be drunk.
Don't come any closer. I could charge you for assault if I wanted to.
Isn't that a little over the top?
Look, I'll pay the cancellation fee, okay? Does that make everyone happy? I'd like a receipt, though. I don't need you telling me that you never received my payment.
Alan, why do you need to pay the cancellation fee when we've done nothing wrong? It's not fair.
I know it's not fair, but I just want to get this over with. Trust me.
Lady, you should listen to your husband because he seems to be a sensible man. If you had agreed to pay the fee in the first place, I wouldn't have needed to come down here. How about you pay me a tip for my services?
Isn't that a bribe? And won't that be considered a crime for the both of us?
It was just a joke, dummy. Where's your sense of humor?
Here's your receipt. Are you happy now? I wrote that the fee was the cancellation charge due to your oversight.
Yes, that's fine. We'll be on our way now.
We hope to never see you again.
Helen, I'm so sorry. Our trip is completely ruined.
How can they call themselves a luxury hotel with that level of service?
What's wrong?
Take a look at our car.
Oh no, it's scratched. I wasn't there when we first parked here.
Do you think this is some sort of prank?
Well, this doesn't look like an accident to me. Someone's out to get us and I don't know why.
Who would do this to us? I bet it was that evil hotel manager. She had a wicked smile.
We can't let them get away with this. But first, we need to reserve another hotel to stay at. Helen and I were able to reserve a hotel for that night, but the hotel was shabby and run down. We wouldn't have stayed there if we had other choices, but we didn't. It looks like a haunted mansion. I don't think I'll be getting a good night's sleep tonight. Oh, this place gives me the creeps.
Don't worry, I'll protect you from any ghosts. You have nothing to worry about, Alan.
Can I place a cover over that mirror? It scares me.
Sure, go ahead. You don't want to lock eyes with a ghost.
Stop scaring me, Helen.
I'm only kidding. I had no idea that you're afraid of ghosts. Let's go find a place to grab dinner.
Helen and I got in our car to find a restaurant to have dinner. We found a ramen shop and decided to eat there.
I can't believe that they charged us for a room that we didn't even get to enjoy. And on top of that, they scratched our car. How can you stay so calm about all this?
I'm furious, but I want to come up with a plan to get back at them. There was no point in us arguing with them earlier because we didn't have any evidence to back us up. And I didn't want to risk getting arrested by that cop either.
You're right. I didn't want this trip to be about us getting arrested for something that we didn't do.
Here you go.
I'm starving.
I can't believe that we're having ramen noodles for our anniversary dinner. No offense to the chef, but...
We had to come up with a plan to prove our innocence. It wasn't fair that we were being punished for something that we didn't do. We weren't going to forgive the concierge, hotel manager, and the police officer. Troublebusters!
Welcome to our hotel. How may we help you? Oh, it's you again. What do you want now? I don't think that you have a reservation here.
We'd like to take a look at the reservation records of your hotel.
I'm sorry, but we can't do that. I'm sure you understand that we can't show you the personal information of our other guest. So this is when you decide to say something right for a change. I can't believe that you've been getting away with this for such a long time. I'm simply saying that we cannot reveal information about our other guest. Would you like me to call the police again?
Actually, that won't be necessary. You see, I'm a police officer.
What?
As an officer, I can ask you to share business information with me if it's in relation to an ongoing investigation. Now please hand over the information that I asked you for.
Alright, please wait a moment.
Yesterday I was on holiday, but today I'm back at work. I'm just an officer doing his job. Please take your time. I'll be waiting here.
Hello? It turns out that yesterday's guest was a police officer, and he's here again asking to see the reservation records of the hotel. Are you stupid? He must be lying. He can't be a police officer. Call the officer from last night. He'll fix this. Okay, understood. I mean, we give him all those free drinks so that he can help us out in these sticky situations, right?
I see. That makes sense.
Oh, it's you two again. Why are you giving the hotel so much trouble? I'm a busy man. I don't have the time to be dealing with such petty matters. What is it now? Make it quick, okay?
Well, I'm sorry to take up your time, officer. I feel that something about the operations of this hotel are not right. It's my duty to investigate and ask the right questions.
You don't need to pretend to be an officer in front of me. We know that you're lying. You shouldn't be lying about these things. You could get in a lot of trouble for this.
I'm telling the truth.
This man showed a fake badge to a concierge earlier. He's trying to blackmail us.
You have a fake badge? Hand it over. Let me see. That in itself is a crime. You should be careful about what you lie about.
My badge is not fake. Thank you for your concern, though. Let this be a warning to you, though. I think that you should worry about yourself instead of me. I know that you aren't exactly innocent in this.
What? You're a commissioner? How could that be?
Yes, that's right. I was recently promoted.
Could you please escort this phony out of my hotel?
Hold on a second. If he's a commissioner, that means that he's technically my boss. Could I confirm that there's a newly appointed commissioner by the name of Alan? Oh, I see. From this month. I'm sorry for being disrespectful, Alan.
Why are you apologizing to this man?
He's my boss, and I need you to do what he asked right away. Show some respect. I need you to return the cancellation fee that you charged him with yesterday. Now!
Why?
Just do as I say. Hurry! You'll be in big trouble if you don't oblige. If you don't apologize to him, you could end up in jail for this.
What? I'll be back with your money right away, sir. This is a reimbursement of the $3,000 that you paid us yesterday, an additional $300 for the inconvenience caused to you. We do hope that you accept this as our formal apology and understand that this was just a big misunderstanding.
I don't know about the police officer standing next to me, but I don't accept bribes in any form.
That's right. Way to go, honey.
Now show me your reservation records.
Here you go.
Thank you. What is written under these blacked out parts? It's clear that you're trying to hide something. What are you trying to cover up here?
I wonder who did this. I've never seen anything like it before. I'm sure that the hotel manager had something to do with it, since she is the one in charge here. It's not possible to get all the information from this document because so many parts are blacked out.
Are you trying to blame this whole thing on me?
So you admit that something is wrong here then? If you place a document under a light, you can see what is written underneath the blacked out parts. I even see my name crossed out.
You're right. I see your name in the reservation list, but someone blacked it out. Oh, I'm so relieved.
Well, it could be another guest named Alan. Alan is a pretty common name. Come to think of it, one of our regular guests has the same name as Alan, and he canceled his reservation, so it must be him.
Oh yes, that's right. That makes sense. But the phone number written next to the name is our phone number.
Oh.
Do you really think that you can lie your way out of this? Who do you think I am? I can call over the crime lab experts if you like, but either way, my name and phone number is on this list.
Alan, let's also check the records from the day before, because the concierge claimed that a reservation was then and not the day after.
If this hotel is getting guests to pay cancellation fees based on fake records, that is a serious crime. Let's take a look.
You were right. There's no record of a reservation under our name the day before we came to the hotel. They were lying to us.
I'm sure you understand what this means. You committed fraud and you stole money from innocent people, which is a crime that you need to pay for. And I'm sure you spent this extra cash for selfish reasons. The receipt you gave me yesterday is proof that you were the ones that asked us to pay the cancellation charges. But if the reservation in question never existed, it means that you deceived us.
I had no idea that the hotel was involving me in such crimes. I was only doing my job. The hotel manager made me do it and I couldn't say no because she is my boss.
I've been working here for 30 years. Do you really think that I would betray the hotel in this way? You did this all on your own. I had no idea. I've been working this job for a long time because I love it and I want to give our guests a wonderful experience when they stay here. I would never commit fraud or do anything to hurt my guests like this. This officer must have given the idea to my staff, and I bet they were in on this together.
Hey, I'm the innocent one in all of this. I take my job as a police officer very seriously and do my best to keep our citizens safe. I've been coming here often because you asked for my help and support. I haven't done anything wrong.
How can you say that about yourself? You've been taking 10% of the cancellation fees every time. That's not exactly innocent.
Stop lying. I did no such thing.
That's right. It was this officer who instructed us to take money from our guests and give him a portion. He told us that if we didn't listen to him, he would make our lives hell. We had no choice. We were scared, so we listened to him. He even comes here every night for free drinks. We ask him to pay, but he won't. When he's too drunk to go home, he spends the night at the hotel for free. You can check our security cameras if you don't believe me.
There's no need for you to continue this act anymore. All three of you are guilty. I knew from the start that this officer was not a good cop. We will take a look at the security camera footage. Once we have an understanding of what happened here, you will be punished accordingly. I could see that you and the officer had a relationship based on greed and dishonesty. You both benefited from the transactions.
That's where you're wrong. I'm a victim. You have to believe me. The officer acted alone, I assure you.
How dare you blame me for everything?
No matter how many excuses you come up with for yourselves, you'll all be guilty as charged. Take a look for yourself.
You were filming me? Isn't that invasion of my privacy?
It's not. This is a video from our dash cam. It starts filming as soon as someone causes any damage to our car.
Dash cam?
You do know what that is, right? It records images of people engaging in reckless driving or other crimes against other people's cars.
Of course I know what a dash cam is. I'm not an idiot. But I had no idea that it would turn on in the parking lot when no one was in the car. Look at this car. I bet that young couple's not even rich. This car is too good for them. I bet they got a loan to purchase the car. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to afford a car like this. They shouldn't try so hard to be something that they're not. I'm gonna scratch their car to teach them a lesson.
My husband is going to arrest you for damaging private property.
See? You're guilty. She's the evil one here. I was only doing my job. I didn't do anything wrong.
The same can be said for me. I never personally received any money from any guest. The hotel manager told me that it was part of my job to collect cancellation fees from our guest.
As for you, officer, I spoke to the other officers that work with you.
What did they say about me?
They told me that ever since you were assigned to this precinct, you've held all police-related events at this hotel. Some of your coworkers were concerned that you had an unhealthy attachment to the hotel. They also said it was odd that they could dine at the hotel's expensive restaurants for a cheap price. They feel that something doesn't add up.
That was courtesy of the hotel manager, who appreciated that I took my job seriously to keep the hotel guests safe.
But you just said that the hotel manager was an evil person. Why would she go out of her way to do something nice for you if there wasn't something in it for her?
You have a good theory, but without evidence, there's no crime.
You're right. The only evidence I have now are the reservation records, my receipts, and the video from my dash cam. But my team are investigating this as we speak, and it's only a matter of time before they find something.
Oh!
And you, the one working at the concierge desk, you say that you're completely innocent in all this, but you were too involved to say that you had no idea about what was going on, and you never raised your concerns to anyone, including the police, which makes you complicit. And I find it odd that you were wearing a very expensive watch on your hand.
Well,
I don't want to hear any more excuses from anyone. Some officers from this precinct will be here shortly to investigate the premises. Soon after, the three of them were arrested by the local police. It turned out that the hotel manager and concierge had stolen a lot of money from a lot of people. They were sent to prison for their crimes. As for the police officer, he was let go from his job and sent to jail for fraud. It must not be easy for a former police officer to spend time in prison with other criminals. Helen and I are doing all right.
You must really love your job if you were working while you were on holiday with your wife.
I guess I do.
Well, good job, Alan. You did some great work. I'm proud of you. Here's a little something to show my appreciation.
What is this? I'm a grown-up. I don't need any toys.
Haven't you heard? Helen just called and told me that she was pregnant and was going to take some time off of work.
Wow, that's amazing, but why would she tell you before me? It doesn't make any sense. I was so looking forward to starting a new family with Helen. Trouble Busters.